How fun was that?
Not very. I got a little dirty. You want some?
Thanks, bud.
Here's a casing to that wire. Here's a casing to the other wire.
Notice how Hunter just comes here and talks to my dad?
I know. I still got to do all the work.
He doesn't do anything. It's really gross.
Somebody's getting a headliner with a bunch of free poop.
Why'd you take my car farther apart?
So it doesn't look like a scumbag.
We're supposed to be putting it together.
Well, you know, I wanted to do things and you said no, and then here we are, cutting the headliner apart. Trying to make it look halfway decent, not halfway trashy.
So if you haven't figured it out yet, this episode's going to be all about putting the car back together before or after we take it apart some more. So Mike, what do we got going on here?
Well, you see, I was just cutting the headliner off until somebody came over and notified me that the new headliner has foam attached to it. So we're going to save ourselves a lot of time and yank the foam right off of it.
Our goal here, I had some material left over from a previous project. We're going to remove the old headliner material and show you guys how to ghetto recover your existing headliner board. It's really not that hard. The biggest thing is dropping all the plastic out of whatever you're working on so that you can get the headliner out of the car. What are you doing, bud?
Oh, you know, just staying in the car, something you never did.
Yeah. Nah, he's just trying to get all the loose stuff off so the new material sticks to the board. There's the old material. It's junk. Where are you going, bud?
Or here.
Why?
Because you made a mess of it.
Huh.
So I had to come around and clean up your messes.
Thanks for your service. We got our headliner material all laid out. I think our plan here, flip it halfway over like so, spray some glue onto this side, flip the material back that way, and press out all the wrinkles. This is the great glue that we chose. It was the only automotive headliner spray stuff that they had at the store.
Good.
Got our headliner on the board. Next we're going to let this set up a little bit. We'll flip it over, fold our extra material over the other side, and cut our holes around where the visors and lights go. While we're waiting for our glue to dry, I'm gonna buff up some headlights or taillights. Mike is trying to get our headlights apart so we can repair them. If not, we will buy new ones. And just like that, we have a new to us taillight. Looks way better. All we used was the buffer and a little bit of this buffing compound I had left over. How's your headlight coming, buddy?
Oh, we're about halfway there.
So while they're over there doing whatever it is they're doing, the reason this video has taken, what is it, going on 2 or 3 weeks? Too long. 2 weeks we've been making this video. I've been wet sanding the car, which involves rubbing the clear coat down with really fine sandpaper to get all the orange peel and texture and dirt out of it. I don't care how good of a painter you are. You should leave the paint on better. Well, when the paint cures out in the sun, it shrinks back and you get texture in it no matter how smooth you lay it on there. This gets rid of that, which is what we're going for. And it takes a really long time. Sorry, they're over there doing other stuff. We've needed parts also for this thing for 2 weeks. Where's the parts, money guy?
Sit down in the car.
No, they're not.
I brought it. I don't know what kind of man he takes me to be, but I'm probably most of that kind of person.
He's a pretty dumb one. He only does the dumb stuff when it's most important.
Yeah. That's life. Got parts.
He actually wasn't lying.
Parts. I don't know.
Unbox it.
You did good, man.
You open that like
Things. And they're broken. Stuff.
whoa, that's a
Ben. More stuff. That's the window things, I think. It's like one of those clown things. It never ends.
The only clown is you.
Another thing.
Don't do that to him. He's drunk.
I'm gonna make it worse. Other stuff. There's another thing. I think that's instructions. Other, whoosies and whatsies. Oh, there goes the box. Them, ooh, they're plastic. Don't throw those. Some little screws to go in your tires. Some pop rivets, because that's how we're gonna patch everything. And another one of them. Automotive adhesion prohibitor. Promoter.
You miss.
This one.
I'll duck and I'll just go through the back window of that car.
If anybody messes up my back windshield that I spent hours cleaning, we'll beat your ass. What are you doing?
Wet sand in the clear coat.
Okay, just making sure they know.
I already explained what I'm doing. I'm using 2000 grit sandpaper and soapy water, and that takes the clear coat down. It's not going to be perfect. It is not a show car, though. It is a driver.
Yeah. Really happy. Really. Here, you ever need to change your bulbs, there's a really easy way to do it. You kind of just take your screwdriver, you get in here nice and deeply, and you can just break them right out. There. Really simple, really easy, always professional. You just get right in there. Problem solved. You get right in there and change the bulb out.
How do you get back out of there?
You don't. Just sometimes it's better, Andy, when you don't ask questions. And yeah, see that? It's just fixed. Simple solutions.
Hunter helped me get all the paint on this thing wet sanded the other night. Looks pretty good. We started buffing. What we have here is a Roops random orbital buffer. This is a professional tool. I'm not a professional. And we have our heavy cut pad on here and heavy cut compound. I already started doing the hood.
Bet your water won't even stick to it.
Rhett showed up.
The self-restraint that just took, it would take nothing.
You want to tell the people where you've been, dummy?
I can't say that. The Bermuda Triangle.
He's back for good
Hunt
now.
for Sam Spinches.
We're trying to coerce him to be a full-time member. He has to go through an initiation. It's painful. It's getting dark, but Rhett wanted to see my most recent acquisition.
You're going to check out the old junk car tree.
My treasures.
Yeah, the treasures, yes. They just keep growing. Jason goes out and plucks them off.
Plucks them off.
Yeah.
You just gotta know where the treasures are, bud.
What's the price of scrap? Well,
Not as
got
much
it.
as what they're
You're
worth.
gonna get a lot of hate comments on that one.
That's the point. It's about all they're good for.
Rhett doesn't understand the value of anything.
He drives an Audi because he's rich.
You weren't kidding. You literally said it yourself. These things are done.
They are. That one's the best one.
At least you put it on some tin.
That one's a good one, man. That one's still doable.
Just buy all the skin off of China and then just assemble one.
That's the plan.
Or even wasting your time with this.
I needed the VIN number.
Hopefully the frame's even...
That
You'll
grill
be
right,
lucky.
that grill right there, you can look it up. Cameraman can put a link to it in the description or just a screenshot. That grill's like $1,100. Got anything else smart to say?
No.
wet sanding and buffing is done. So you might be wondering why this video took so long to make. Well, when you wet sand and buff a car, you have to let them, if you don't have an oven like I do, you have to let them sit outside in the sun and cure before you can wet sand and buff them, or else the texture will come back. So that's what we've been doing for the past month and a half, letting the car sit outside, get hot, bring it back inside so it kind of cures the paint. And then the whole process of wet sanding and buffing the car takes forever. It's very tedious and it sucks. And I haven't really wanted to do it, but it's over. We can start assembling this thing now. And I should explain something on this. We didn't go nuts wet sanding and buffing this car either. We took 1500 to places where there was dirt and then wet sanded the rest of it with 2000 grit and hit it with a heavy compound. And I still have to do the final polish once the car is assembled and people are done leaning on it. You could make this a lot nicer on cars I do at work. We usually start with 1000 grit and then go all the way to 3000 grit paper and then wet sand them from there. But this isn't a show car, this is a driver. If someone purchases this from us and wants to go the extra mile to make it that much nicer, there's more than enough material there to do that with. But I didn't have that kind of ambition on this project. So you get what you get and you don't get upset. I think we're gonna put our wheels on.
We are?
Yeah, I think so.
Oh my God, look at that for a second.
Hey, dummy.
Good job. Thumbs up.
Oh, where are we headed, Mike?
Oh, we're headed to the donor car.
Why?
Jason decided to lose all of the nuts for the taillights that we are attempting to put in now.
Pretty hard for me to lose something I had no hand in
You
removing.
see, you say that, but Hunter told me that you did it all by yourself.
You know what?
You're the lead mechanic. You got to take responsibility for your actions.
You know what? I think he took it apart.
Half a dozen eggs in one basket, half a dozen in the other. Somebody lost my nuts, and they're not in my wife's purse. So I got to go down here to this parts car and get my nuts back.
What if I just drop this? Like,
I would actually
Whoops.
recommend that. You want to know something really cool, Jason?
You.
We might not get many of these.
Why are they all spinning?
One of them has. This one's going, but it's not looking pretty. Oh, here's the problem. There's no sticker on this thing. Fixed.
Why didn't we put the sweet Euro taillights in that thing?
We should have. We really should have.
They're only broken a little bit.
you didn't come down and film us getting these out.
Nope. Sure didn't.
What were you even doing?
Taking a vacation, that's the reason.
Yep.
You haven't made a trip down to the parts car with us yet.
Yeah, I did.
When?
First video.
No, you didn't. I filmed
Second
that.
video.
No, you didn't. I filmed that too.
No, you didn't.
Yes, I did.
I was there at the second video.
No, I was there.
We'll have to put a link to the description and everyone can tell you in the comments if you're wrong.
Nah, I've never been wrong in my life. I don't intend to start now.
Honestly, if they made it this far in this video, they ought to comment something so profound that I can argue with. Give me something to do in the comments section.
Mike likes to argue with people in the comments section, so make sure you go there to argue with them. And just like that, we have taillights. Kinda, they don't work. This is the last day that we are filming on this particular episode of the Mustang. As you can see, it is nowhere near done because we keep running into small little problems. However, a lot of the preliminary work on getting things done has been done. So, let's talk about some things we've done off camera. The first things first, since Mike broke my headlights, no, what a scumbag.
Listen here,
I went out of my way and bought new headlights. They are the cheapest aftermarket headlights Amazon had to offer. However, we cannot put those in yet because I have to take the front bumper off to fit the trim that is not painted yet. We also have seats that are ready to go in the car once someone bites the bullet and cleans them. Headliner's done, we all know that. But what I'm going to work on, and what'll be the last little bit of this whole episode, is the quarter windows and side windows can go together, which is mind-numbingly boring, I know. What we bought for these, as you can see, the quarter windows are really dry rotted and deteriorated. They sell covers that go over top of them, and you use weather strip adhesive to glue this on essentially. I've already done one. It's turned out really, really nice. So if I can coax someone into helping me install this, we'll get this part in and start assembling the passenger side window.
What are you doing, buddy?
Oh, we're putting this gasket on here.
How's that go?
How's it go?
Yeah, how's it? For the people that don't know, let's explain
So
your
there's
process.
What I can gather here, find this end. In this rubberized section down here, there's steel like molded into it. And then there's these little rubber flipper doos that just push down over the metal edge and they grab onto it. And then there's the bulb, they call this a bulb gasket. This bulb just seals it up so the water doesn't come in. Just like a tractor door, they use the same kind of gasket.
You are always on the tractors. God.
Well, there you have it, folks. We got a fair bit done on the old Mustang project this time. Got all the windows in, got the side glass in, got the windows working, got the doors working. Everything works. The next step is going to be painting the side moldings, which I've been putting off because I'm lazy, and painting the spoiler, painting the gas door, and whatever other small miscellaneous projects I have left to do. Then the rest of this pile of garbage can go together and we can start driving it around. We've been prolonging putting this thing together mainly because it's beautiful out and we have other things to do. So working on this doesn't really appeal to us right now. But we will push through and finish this project off because we want to get it out of our lives and onto the next person and onto the stage where we can actually drive it and enjoy it a little bit. So thanks for watching this episode of Torrey Customs. We'll see you later.